Oh, wow.
You can't just come in being like, all right, I know he dead and all, but I feel like I could take on his, I could fill his shoes. Like, it's not just about to work like that, bro. You're going to have to play friend for a while.
Welcome to the Least Favorite Podcast featuring
Natalie
and Denzil. Let's go.
Oh, hey, thanks for calling in. We have, we have a few minutes to talk to you. And then after they say their opinion, maybe you don't respond to them. You just be like, okay, thank you. And then y'all discuss their... It's the radio. Okay. Y'all don't listen to the radio?
Not anymore.
But sometimes they go back and forth. But I see what you mean. Because some people, it's like if you give them a little bit, they feed off of that and they talk more.
I know what you're talking about because I've seen it on Breakfast Club where like they call somebody just for their piece, just for their their take, and then we're like, all right, next caller. It's like, bro,
nothing.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Nothing.
Like, I get it.
But a polite way is like I said, like have them say their spiel, their little. And then you guys don't respond to them. You respond. Like, you be like, okay, thank you. And then...
That's it.
It's more professional.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They do that, too.
But I think Tony's right. We do be nice.
Yeah.
We be too nice.
It's not bad.
It's not bad, but I think sometimes it's good to let people know when to just zip it.
It works with me because I know y'all be nice. So I be, like, trying to, like, tell myself, like, okay, Toni,
gotta hold back.
Bring it back. Because they're not going to tell you.
Nah, you do a good job, though. I don't ever feel like you... Like you've never been the person to just talk to hear yourself talk. Like you actually have something to contribute to the conversation, and then when you make your point, you're good. You're done. You don't overdo it.
Do you know somebody who does that?
Yeah.
Just talk because they just like hearing themselves talk.
Yes.
That's unfortunate.
Yes, 1000%. You don't know anybody. You have to know at least one person in your life, at least one who just likes to hear themselves talk.
Kanye.
All right, but like personal.
You don't gotta say their name.
No, you don't gotta say their name. But
maybe.
Do you know what?
I know, girl. Come on, I know who you're thinking of. All right, so welcome back. New episode. We've been recording this whole time. Yeah, you still eating chips. Unprofessional.
Wait, you press record?
I pressed record. Oh, you didn't do that there? It's
joking.
Fine. Go ahead.
I'm joking.
Ruffles, cut us a check, man. Ruffles, cut us a check, man.
Cut us a check, right? Because these are amazing. Oh, I was about to get another one.
Go ahead.
No, I have to introduce the show.
By the way, the crunch sounds amazing.
It's loud?
Amazing.
All right. No more.
So we have Toni, we have me, and we have Denzil. And yeah, we're going to have a good episode. So let's get into it. So light topic first.
Light topic.
Do you live by the saying, don't leave for tomorrow what you can do today? Are you the type of person that feels that you need to get everything done in one day? Or are you okay with spreading shit out throughout the week?
Spread it out.
You too?
I'm a crazy procrastinator. And it just got worse since I have kids now. So it's dumb. I get it done when I get it done. That's it.
I can't. I hate leaving shit.
What's
the next day.
What's the rush to get it done that day?
I feel like
Who gave you the deadline?
I be me. I feel like I'm not accomplished if I don't get everything done on my list. Like I feel like I was a failure.
So if you don't finish that task today, you're a failure.
I feel that way.
That's just how
Where did that come from?
She is though, because she's an A student. In school, she always was like honors.
Just say I was a nerd.
She's just like, a little bit overachiever. She's like that. So that's just her personality. Like,
is that like a childhood?
But
thing?
you know what? Yes. But I think I've gotten better as I've gotten older. I feel like with work, like actual work at my job, OD procrastinator. And I don't know if that like comes from like me not feeling like passionate about what I'm doing. So I'm just like, oh, fuck this. Like
maybe.
But like in my personal life, like those things, like if I have errands to run or if I have to clean something, like with that, I'm like, all right,
so
I'm on top of it.
You never seen like your sister wasn't like that maybe?
My sister is a procrastinator too. She works well under pressure.
Yeah,
I don't know how people could work well under pressure.
I do.
How? Like I'm like my heart is racing. I feel like I'm gonna shit on myself.
I feel that. I feel those things too, but I feel like this is a moment where like I can't fuck up. Like I can't fuck this moment up. You know what I'm saying? Like so I have to be on my P's and Q's. All those times when, like, all right, I guess with my job, it's kind of easier for my sense. Like my job, it fluctuates like the business. So some days it might be slow, some days it might be. A lot of the days it's calm. I don't have to be under pressure. But the times when I am under pressure, I gotta be off your ass and on your feet. Gotta be on your shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it allows me to kind of like balance.
Yeah.
If I'm on my toes and feet all the time under pressure,
toes and feet.
that shit would be annoying after a while.
Yeah.
But you know, every once in a while, it don't hurt, so I don't mind.
What is something that you really put off to the very, very
Laundry.
end?
Oh God.
Me too.
Laundry.
Me too. Like that shit. Like I will be like shoving the clothes down to fit more clothes just because I don't want to do laundry.
Washing my car.
Oh, I don't even wash my car. So
Because
I
must be nice.
My car is nasty.
No, I don't
Must
do
be
it.
nice.
It's clean now since I got it fixed, so they detailed it.
But
so
you
I'm
don't
good for
park
the next
outside.
year. Like,
you don't park outside. That's why you don't have to park on the street.
No, but in the garage it's still mad dusty in there. Like it gets dusty.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh.
But
what else?
Depends. Now that I'm not in school, it's like kind of hard for me to think of stuff because it's just me. Like I guess cleaning.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Cleaning.
You know, sometimes I put it off, but I'm like I'm in the middle because I do get those feelings that I feel like I'm gonna shit myself because I'm like so like all the pressure.
You feel overwhelmed.
But I think it just depends like what it is. But I do be feeling overwhelmed. But sometimes I'm just like, nah, I'm gonna take this day or two.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
I think laundry, cleaning the bathroom. What else? I don't know.
Yo, college. You ever think like college probably had you like that, being that you always had a paper or like a test paper or something.
Something was always due.
Something was always due. So like you're always like, yo, I gotta get this done.
And I don't like having everything piled up to the last minute. I can't function that way. So I'm like, you know what? Like I would even
Especially as a procrastinator.
I would get papers done 2 weeks ahead. I would be studying for a test that I had 2 weeks before because I already knew like if I waited till the last minute, I was gonna be.
What about work? Like, do you go in as soon as like if you gotta be there at 8?
Yeah. Work. I'm supposed to be in there at 7:50. I park my car at 6:45 a.m. and I wait in my car until 7:30. Because at 7:30 they open the building, but 7:50 is when technically we're supposed to clock in. So I'm there, but I'm there and I'm getting work done in the morning because I don't want to get shit done like during my lunch or after work. So yeah, but I'll still procrastinate with that. Like I'm still doing my work because sometimes I'll go in at 7:30 and I'm on my phone until 7:50. So I'm not really doing my work. Okay, you feel me? It's like certain days that I'll choose to be productive, but
I feel like I procrastinate like priorities. You know, like if I gotta get some groceries,
I could just order some shit real quick.
There you go. You know what I'm saying? Like it might be some laundry. Like, you know what? They could hold it another day.
I still got some shirts I could wear.
Yeah. Or like if I did drop off where they do it, I'm like,
even picking it up, you procrastinate.
Yeah, because I'm like, damn, I gotta go all the way over there.
I gotta carry it.
When I could just take a straight shot to my house. Right. You know what I'm saying? But
I found this app near my house.
You told me. Tell the people.
It's called Laundry Train, y'all. Changed
Laundry
my life.
Train?
They come to my door, pick up all my stuff, then come back in 24 hours, drop it all off.
She don't even gotta leave her apartment.
No.
24 hours?
24 hours.
All I have to do is put shit in the bag. That's it.
So it doesn't matter how much shit you got. They coming back in a day.
Yes.
So how do they charge you? Immediately
honestly,
or after?
It's not. It's by weight.
Okay.
But honestly, like, of course, it's more expensive than you washing your own stuff. But like when I look back at it, it's like you could do like, let's say you have 50 pounds of clothes. Like it comes out depending on like if you want extra shit like downy or whatever. It comes out to like $60 something. Like that's just not bad.
I'm like, that's a lot for me.
$1 for each pound is not. For 50 pounds, you only
No, I get that.
That's what I'm saying. Like if
there's
you have
some places that charge
75
cents a pound, that's even better.
Yeah.
But $1's good. $1's not
where
bad.
I go is 80 cents. I don't think I ever paid more than $20 to get my laundry done.
Yeah, but
and it's just you, right? You do your own laundry.
It's just me. That's why.
See, I have.
She has kids.
Yeah, you got the squad.
3,
the whole squad.
4. Yeah.
You got the squad.
Once I got pregnant the second time, I said, "Fuck that."
But honestly, it's nice. Like sometimes it's worth paying just for like the convenience of it. Like, you do, like, I'm sure on your downtime, the last thing you want to do is fucking 50 pounds of laundry. Like, you could be doing
Toting
other
that
shit.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, if the laundry's not bad and I have some time, then I do small loads.
Yeah.
But ever since the second one came along, it's like, no, I don't got time for that shit. Yeah. Then I'm procrastinating. So it's like on the, like, it's like, I'm like, oh.
It's like, oh, shit, it's time. It's time. But yeah. All right. Well, fuck it. It's working. Whatever your style is working out for you.
Whatever works for you.
If it's not working out, then make your adjustments where necessary. Next topic. So, another saying. Do you live by the saying, blood is thicker than water? So do you believe you owe loyalty and respect to family members just because they're your family? So let's start with that.
I used to
think
that.
I feel like certain family, yes. Like my parents.
What made you stop?
And my sister. Because, like, I feel like you want me to have loyalty and respect to you, but, like, there's my family I don't even talk to every day.
I was just about to say that. I don't know all my family, bro.
And it's
I
like,
probably walk past them.
It's whatever. Like, it's just like we don't have that connection. We don't spend that time. We don't hit each other up. I don't know what is going on in any of their lives, really. And same for me. Like, they don't know what's going on in my life. So it was like, it's hard to fake that connection. Like, it's not genuine. They don't feel... It's like, it's not organic.
Right.
It just doesn't come from the heart. So it's like, my loyalty can't really be there.
Loyalty has to be earned. Like, just because you're family, I don't know what type of person you are when you're not around.
Yeah, what if you a piece of shit?
I have to now then put my loyalty on the line and just hope that you reciprocate it. And I don't even know who you are for real, for real. Mm-hmm. That don't make no sense.
And they may not reciprocate.
One thing I do is like give you more patience and maybe a little bit more time because you're my family.
Yeah.
Like maybe I wouldn't like give, like if some random person in the street, like I wouldn't treat them the same, of course, but
I feel like you owe them that. You owe them the patience.
Mm-hmm. Depending, you owe them some patience. But other than that, it's like
you don't have to give them loyalty.
Because now when I think about it, there's people like even me and Natalie. We've had many like right now we've been talking like way more. But there be times that like we won't speak
for months.
But there's an understanding. You know, we have a connection, so we're good. And I treat honestly like when I think about it, I treat some of my family. No, I treat everyone else in my life that way. It's like, if we have an understanding and a connection, it's fine. Like we don't speak, we don't have, and then we talk. It's fine. But
some people take, if you don't speak to them, they take it as like it's a beef or there's something wrong. Like we not cool anymore, and it's like it's not necessarily a case. It's just life. Life is just life, and that's all.
And I've constantly like tasseled with that in my life because I suck at texting.
Yeah.
And I suck at calling back.
Me too.
Like even right now, like my phone, oh my God, it drives my man crazy. Like, look.
Oh my God, you psycho.
Yeah.
She has 234 unread messages.
Messages?
Text messages? Like, okay, but it's like some of them are advertisements. Some of them, but my thing is that like I don't go back. So what ends up happening? Huh?
Are you in group chats?
Not OD. Like there's maybe like 2. But they're not constantly like every day. There's probably just one that's like every day.
Okay.
But that's not even. I could open that right now, and they're not all gonna go away. There's like text messages from like random people, and it's just like I
feel like if people really know you and fuck with you, they should know. Like, all right, Toni, she has a family now. She's not gonna be that like
no, but even before that,
available.
I'm gonna be honest.
Even before it was the same.
When it was just me.
So there's no reason.
And people would take it personally. Now I have an excuse. But honestly,
fuck that. No,
but honestly, like to be honest, is like that's just the way I am. I don't know.
Just accept it, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, people around me have had to learn to. It don't, I tell people like, please don't take it personally. And if I'm hurting your feelings, this is something else that I struggle with. Like, if I'm hurting your feelings or doing something to you, I'm not like a nasty person. Like sometimes I don't even fucking know. Like, just you need to tell me because I don't know. I have no idea.
Or you could be doing something unintentionally.
Right.
I think Toni, well, just off of us being friends since we were little, Toni does a lot of things unintentionally that I'll be like, damn, bitch, like that's how you really feel. But she don't, like she didn't mean anything by it. Like it wasn't anything malicious. She's just her. And sometimes being you will offend other people, but you don't mean to offend people. It is what it is.
Damn, that's a bar right there. Sometimes being you will offend a lot of people.
It will, and it just is what it is. But I
just
think
your face offends people.
Yeah. Your presence.
Yeah. But so you guys don't feel any type of guilt feeling like you put your friendships probably at a higher pedestal than you do your family? Like, does that ever hit you like, damn, maybe I'm fucked up for putting my friends first? Or
like, I'm not thinking of my parents right now because they, you know, and I'll speak only for myself. Like, just, you know, let me not get into it, but yeah, they deserve time, patience.
Right.
But no, like, no.
You don't feel guilty?
No, not really. Not really, because I feel everyone that has my attention has deserved, like, that attention.
They earned it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like there's any family member right now that like you were really, really cool with, but you guys drifted? Mm-hmm. Was it a lot? Like a lot of family members, or just like one specifically? 'Cause I feel like we fell out with all of our family just because of life, though. No beef.
I have a little, life happened, and I have like a little group, but we've been working recently because what ended up happening is that like me and like a few of my cousins, we all have kids around the same age, but because we haven't kept up with each other, we just haven't, you know. And then how sad is it that we have kids that's the same age and they don't chip like that? Right. And I grew up with these so lately we've been like, nah, let's get it together.
Yeah.
We need to be attending each other's birthday parties. That's true. It's been happening more lately, but you know, I had some guilt about it, but it's not, like I said, like some of these people, they've never like text me randomly and be like, hey, what's good?
Exactly. It goes both ways.
Like, but do you feel like you should be the one doing that then? Like maybe they're never, but maybe if you did it, they would do it.
I've been told that being that part of the younger generation that we're supposed to reach out to the elders.
Yes, my mother says the same thing.
I get that shit all the time.
I don't want to reach out to the elders.
And my thing is, it's just like elders have phones too. Same how they got fingers and mouth.
But there's like this level of like entitlement because they're older. Yeah. Like we need to respect their wisdom. I think that's what it is. And all they've been through, like we owe them that.
I think that's what it is. But it's just like,
I don't really feel like I owe you nothing if you have any. All right, perfect example. Nah, because now I'm thinking about it. My grandma, right? I don't have that grandma-granddaughter bond that most people have. So like she wasn't in my life for 12 years. No nothing. And now as an adult, she's like, oh, you don't call me, you don't come and see me. But it's like, for what? Like, you were never involved in my life. And now that we're cool again, you want me to have this, like, connection and bond with you. But it's just not there. Like, you weren't there in the pivotal moments of my life. Now when I'm an adult and I really don't need your wisdom or your love or your care, you want me to give you that? Nah. I don't feel that.
You know, it's crazy. Now that we're having this conversation, I never really thought about this, like, until you brought it to my attention. But a lot of my family, I wasn't around because, remember, I wasn't here.
Yeah.
So for me to, like, then grow up now and try to, like, make a relationship with them now, it's just kind of like, where do I even start?
Yeah.
Because it's just like, I've been gone for so long. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Like, y'all wasn't even checking for me out there.
Right.
So, like, I got to now come here and then reach out. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't even know y'all for real.
Exactly.
That's hard.
You know what I'm saying?
At least I could say that the cousins that I'm talking about,
you grew up around them.
With them.
Yeah.
Like, we were all, like, every holiday, and then we just got older, especially, like, you know, end of high school, college. It's like, you know, everybody becomes adult. And it's been, like, you know, the past, like, 10-ish years, it's like we kind of just... but that's hard to build. Like, at least we have we have memories, we have experiences, we had, you know, we know a lot of each other's drama. Like, I could vent to my cousin about my crazy uncle or my crazy dad or something, like, oh my God, he did this, like, remember?
But see,
that's hard.
That's hard. That's how I feel.
I must say though, for the family that I was around in Trinidad, I don't reach out to them enough. I could do better with that part, you know what I'm saying? But like you said, like, I suck at texting, like, my phone, like, I don't know.
So bad.
Me too.
Yeah, both of you. It's weird. It's fine. Whatever, no judgment. What I was gonna say though, just to wrap that topic up, is like, I think it's possible to rebuild it, but it can't be forced, and it can't be something where the other person feels this entitlement towards having you like be on their body now, like because now it's like you're pissing me off even more, because it's like you weren't in my life, but now you expect me to be involved and reach out to you and always initiate everything because you feel like you just deserve it because of the title you hold in my life as my family member. So I feel like we could definitely establish it, but it has to be one day at a time, and both people have to put the effort in.
Yeah.
Period. That's it. Okay. So we have the next topic. All right. So Asian the Brat. Do you guys know who this is?
No, I tell you. I don't.
Okay. So she was dating
King Von.
King Von. They had kids together, correct? Feel like?
Don't quote me on that.
All right. I don't know. All right. So she put a post. I'll be talking about Von to my boyfriend. So she has a boyfriend right now.
Jack Boy.
That's his name?
Yeah.
Is he a rapper? No, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And he be right here picking my head up, giving me great advice. It's no secret what I'm going through because it's public. I'm just happy I got somebody who accepts me for me 100% or whatever. And then basically she was just saying how when she was with King Von, she went on live and she was just saying how like she had to deal with a lot of stuff from him. And then he ended up dying. So now this time she has like someone who's not involved in like street life, gang life. Someone who like she don't gotta worry about that, and he just loves her for who she is. So basically the question was, because she once said that she wants to marry him, but now if you are if you're a girl or a boy and you're dating someone else and they keep talking about their deceased ex-boyfriend or girlfriend, how would that make you feel? Like, are you gonna be the supportive partner, or are you gonna be
this situation is different because her shit is public. Like, they're public figures. You know what I'm saying? Like, as an average person,
yeah, which I still feel like they average.
They are.
I know what you mean.
But like if our shit goes on the internet, it's not gonna be
right
the same way theirs is.
Right.
But as a guy, going into it, if I really like her, then I'm gonna be patient. But if this is still really fresh to you, I'm not gonna rush into anything. I'm gonna still be here. You know, we could kick it, we could talk, you could vent or whatever. But we're not about to rush and get into anything serious right away.
Yeah.
Or even say that what we're gonna do yet. We're just gonna figure it out until you get over not to say it like that, but you know,
process it,
get through your grief.
Yeah, exactly.
And the grieving process is different for everyone. Like,
yeah, like there's no timetable.
I think if she's not over it, part of her grieving process could have been getting into that relationship in the first place.
Yeah.
Because it's like she was probably I don't know how long she was with King Von, but it's like he was just taken from her. Because death is like, y'all didn't argue and fall out. Like you're never gonna talk to this person again. That's traumatic in and of itself. So I think, yeah, part of her process could have been getting into this relationship, and now all of a sudden she wants to marry this person. I think it's too soon. They've only been together a year.
She said that?
Yeah, they've only been together for like a year because he just died, right? King Von, when did he die? Last year.
Yeah.
I think so. So she's already, I want to marry him and I love him. And it's like, do you really? Or do you just not want to be alone? Like, I don't know.
I'm not going to hold you. I don't really know too much about this Jack Boy, but
he's tough.
I wouldn't say that he's like not in the street or.
Yeah, I don't know. That's what she said. But yeah, I think I agree with what you said though. Like letting her process it.
You need time.
I don't know. That sounds like I don't want to be like a rebound. And I also don't really have the emotional capacity to always be consoling you through it. Yeah. Like I'm gonna be here for you, but at some point you're gonna have to seek another person to talk to. A therapist maybe. So
it really does depend like who you get with after then.
And it
like
depends on when you met them too.
Yeah.
Because honestly and truly, like
I wouldn't want to get into anything else.
It's heavy, but also like if you were that person, if you're the new what's the guy's name that she's with now?
Jack Boy.
Jack.
That's the new guy, right?
Jack Boy.
Yeah, the new guy.
So yeah, like if I'm him, you gotta realize that she's really never ever gonna get over it. Yeah. Even if it was just a friend and they're killed, like nobody really ever truly gets over that. So for you to be in a relationship with this person And again, you're never gonna have that closure. You're gonna have to give yourself that closure. And yeah, so I think it could work, but the other person just needs to realize that, yeah, it's gonna be a continuous thing. So again, if you don't have emotional capacity,
because after a while, I think it gets frustrating. After a while, you're like, all right, like, get over it. And you don't want to be insensitive, but sometimes you really feel that way. And it gets, because it's like, yo, but I'm here. I love you. I'm here right now in the flesh. Like, we can be together. Get the fuck over it. Like, now you kind of feel like you're always going to be second to a ghost. Pretty much. You know what I mean?
But going into that, you got to be mindful that, yo, this is the reality that you're going to have to deal with.
Some people would just accept that reality. And other people, like, I don't think I'll be able to.
That's what I'm saying. It depends on the time that y'all met, because if y'all in just the liking stage and shit, homie, you're going to have to play the best friend for a while, bro.
A while.
You can't just come in being like, all right, I know he dead and all, but I feel like I could take on his, I could fill his shoes. It's not just about to work like that, bro. You're going to have to play friend for a while.
Yeah, you gotta have a lot of patience.
Yeah, you're gonna have to
a lot of patience. For
wipe her tears. Have to talk her out of a lot of shit. Give her encouragement to do shit.
It's a lot.
It's gonna be a lot of shit.
It's a lot. So yeah, prayers to them. So speaking of prayers to a couple, maybe this couple needs more prayers. So this is part of our Make It Make Sense segment. So we are going to talk about Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith. All right.
Lord.
Oh, I'm like, what? Okay, so this is a little long, but just to introduce the topic. So Jada Pinkett, obviously, she has the Red Table Talk, and she has Gwyneth Paltrow on it. Do you guys know who Gwyneth Paltrow is? She did like Shallow Hal. Yes. She has a show on Netflix called Sex, Love, and Goop. It's really good. I saw it. It was like season 1 is out now, and they just talk about. They were talking about sex and getting to know your partner, spicing things up, doing like the tantric sex, all that. So anyway, she was on the show, and Jada Pinkett Smith said, the thing Will and I talk about a lot is the journey. We started in this at a very young age, 22 years old. That's why the accountability part really hit for me, because I think you expect your partner to know what you need, especially when it comes to sex. The 50-year-old said expecting your partner to automatically know what you like in the bedroom without discussing it is a huge pitfall. You tell me what you need, tell me what you want, and on top of it, I know that I have to be accountable to do the same. I really try. It's uncomfortable, but it's deeply healthy, and I think around sex, because it's something that we don't talk about, and there's so much fantasy around it. Okay. So the Make It Make Sense thing to me was, what did she say that was wrong? So let's make that make sense.
What's the pushback though? Like,
so the pushback is basically saying like, so Future came on, was like, somebody said to Future, like, I think you should chill with Will Smith or something, or you and Will Smith should be cool. And he said, I'd rather chill with Jada.
Honestly.
Right? So now he made like hoodies, I think, out of it.
Shit sold out.
I can't believe it.
Wait, what does the hoodie say?
It said, I'd rather chill with Jada. Or I'd rather hang with Jada. One of those.
I am done.
Sold out like hot cookies.
They're basically just saying like she needs to just stop talking about her relationship with Will Smith. Like she should just, because it's like she's making him look crazy out here. She's basically saying, a lot of people were saying that that it was basically her saying that Will Smith doesn't know how to hit it. Like he's boring. That's how people were twisting it. Like, oh, Jada, she must be miserable with the sex life she has with Will. He must not be hitting it right, blah, blah, blah. But that's not what she said. So it's like, I think the problem is people didn't really go back and like hear the clip or read it. And they kind of just went off. Because I think Will Smith and Jada Pinkett, like, it's easy to make fun of them, I feel like. But after that whole August shit. So now it's like any little thing, the media just gotta fucking... Yeah, and it's just like... I think what she said was very valid. Like, 22 years they were together at 22 years old. And now she's 50.
They've
been together for mad long. Yeah. That's valid. Having a sex life that you feel like, yeah, one, you might think that after all these years your partner should know you and know what to do to please you, and not even just in sex but in all other aspects. But that's not always the case. Like, they're not a mind reader.
Exactly.
So what did she say that was wrong? The only thing I could think of is what?
I feel like people is just, they don't like the fact that she's just so vocal on her relationship and how the internet is perceiving Will Smith now. It's a person that we looked up and wanted to be as men. Now, all of a sudden, we're finding out him in his relationship, like he's not as cool as what you see him.
Not as macho.
So I feel like it's really deeper than.
So what do you think is not making him as macho? The fact that his woman is outspoken, or what she's actually saying?
I think it's just the perception of everything that's popped up.
Yeah, it's just the perception.
Elaborate.
Because we still see Will Smith as like, bro, we don't even see Will Smith cry. We see Will Smith as like this cool, you know what I'm saying? Like, well, depending on who
he's
you
cried.
See him as.
Yeah, he's cried.
Well,
in the media.
I mean,
which is cool.
In the media?
Yeah, he's cried in interviews.
And but I'm just saying, like, the type of person that Will Smith has been, like, he's never been the butt of any joke.
No, yes, that I will say he hasn't been. So, like,
now it just seems like every time Jada Pinkett Smith speaks out on their relationship, he gets like, he's like, it's always about him, and he's the butt of the joke now. Now he can't hit it right. Like, I don't know. I feel like all she did was bring real problems out to the forefront. Like, if you've been with somebody for years, that don't necessarily mean that you know every single thing about them.
What she's doing is breaking people's image of them. People have this image of how Will and Jada are, like that Will and that Jada love.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
She broke that image, so everyone realizes that they're regular people.
Exactly.
Instead of these fictional characters or something that everything is perfect. Yeah,
I wouldn't even be surprised.
That's their quote unquote goals.
I wouldn't be surprised if nothing is going on in their relationship. Like if their relationship is fine, but
I think it is
being
fine
that
for them.
You know the internet takes everything and paints it to what they want it to be. Shit always just misconstrued out here.
Yeah,
that's what I feel. To be honest.
Yeah.
I know we consciously know that he's not the person that he is in all these movies.
Yeah.
But when you really look back, that really has to do with our perception of him. Because when you really look back and see the roles that he's played in movies, like he's always been like, I don't know. He's just always like the action guy, the main guy.
Even in Bad Boys, he was like the
guy.
ladies' man,
so I feel like we consciously know that he is not these people. Like he's Will Smith. He is not like I Am Legend. He's not this person. But I feel like actors and actresses especially, like we have this perception of them, like especially
based on the type of roles they
like I always think of, when I think of Will Smith, I think of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, I think of I Am Legend, I think of this dude that's like,
I think of Bad Boys.
There you go, yeah, all of these things.
I always think of Fresh Prince and Bad Boys,
Bad Boys and Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Exactly.
Those two. Okay. So basically, if we're gonna make it make sense, it's that we have a certain image of them, and she's kind of breaking whatever image that they have.
I feel like we're having a bad time accepting that this is Will Smith we're talking about here.
Yeah.
Like, you sitting on this red table talking about Will Smith, like Big Willie?
Yeah.
Hell no.
Yeah.
Hell no. It's mad dudes out there like, nah, you ain't about to talk about Will like that.
Yeah, because I don't know of any other couple where that's an issue, where like the woman is coming out not against, but like talking about her husband or boyfriend.
Besides Beyonce.
Yeah, but Beyonce not even really doing it like that either.
She put it in an album.
She puts it in music. Yeah. But then you could just say, oh, it's music, subjective, blah, 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 whatever. We don't really know. She's not sitting down. Imagine like if Beyonce actually sat down, let's say with Jada Pinkett, and spoke about everything really in depth.
Jada, put Beyonce
not rhyming it in a song and putting melodies on it.
Let me tell you something. I don't even think Facebook. I was about to say Facebook would be.
They would cry. That. They would have to show it on multiple websites just to make sure Facebook don't get flooded. Like, but yeah. Speaking of, great, I love that. So speaking of the Carters.
Oh, good.
Next topic here. All right, so a couple of years ago, Jay-Z and his wife were on the verge of divorce. Beyonce was officially done with the marriage. Sean, Jay-Z, broke down crying, which we don't know if he was really crying. But basically, let's just say that he wanted Beyonce to give him one more chance so he could work through his childhood traumas that were preventing him from being a good husband. And he wanted to go to therapy. So a lot of folks accused him of making excuses for his actions, but Beyonce agreed to give him another shot, and she went to therapy with him. And today, Jay-Z credits that therapy and confronting the mental and emotional scars from his childhood with saving his family. So they ended this post by saying that childhood trauma often follows many of us into adulthood, and when left unresolved, self-destruction is the outcome. Which I agree with. I think we know that.
150%.
We haven't even done. We haven't done anything. All right. So one thing I want to say is, I wanted to start with this question, but okay. Do you feel like any of you have real traumas, or do you feel all right? Because trauma to me sounds like something super like
one event. You mean that's what you think it sounds like?
I think it could be one. No, but I think it could be multiple. I think it's just like super distressing, super
change your life,
like abuse, emotional, sexual, physical. Like to me, that's traumatic, obviously. So for me, it's like they always say how we all have our traumas, but it's like I don't feel like my traumas could really stand up against some of what other people have gone through. Yeah. So I feel kind of silly saying that I have traumas. But honestly, a trauma could be anything that makes you, I guess, feel like you have the flight or fight response. But are you aware of any traumas that you have experienced? Consciously aware of any?
Yep.
We don't have to you don't have to like talk about it if you're not comfortable. But like, do you feel like those traumas show up in your friendships, in your relationships?
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely.
Yes.
Yeah.
So in what way?
Like, since we were talking about like Jada and Will, like sex, like me discovering porn at such an early age, it gave me an unrealistic expectation, I think, of how I want to have sex at times.
Okay.
So I think where I feel like sometimes my partners wasn't on my mentality with sex. And maybe I put too much unrealistic expectation on them and what I expected from them. So it kind of just like causes this like this unneeded tension. You know, it's because I feel like it should be this way and they don't want that or need that. They need something else. And for me, it's like, since my mind is already to try to process the way they want it is difficult for me.
Yeah.
You know, so that's something that I could say is a trauma from discovering that as a young age.
That's valid. Anybody else?
The way I'd say, I guess it affected the way I move now. So when I was younger, I don't know how old I was. I was in high school. I was probably like 15. Like I had got robbed. And that taught me just to never just be like, I remember that day because I had my hood on and I had headphones. So now I don't wear my hood and I don't walk around with like headphones like blasting in my ear. So it kind of taught me now to kind of like, you know, always keep your head on the swivel, always kind of like, you know, be aware of your surroundings, you know what I'm saying? Because you just never know.
Yeah.
I was right down the street from my house thinking that, you know, I'm almost home. Like, what could possibly happen? And right in that moment, you know what I'm saying? Like,
that's a really good one.
That is a good
one. That
one.
snaps you into reality.
It does. I had to go to the hospital and everything.
Oh my God.
They popped my blood vessel in my eye, everything.
Wow. Yeah, you move different after that. Something like that, you never move the same.
See what I'm saying?
You'll never forget. Like,
exactly. Like, even the way I parked my car.
Really?
Yeah. I wasn't even driving at 15. But like, you just think like, you know, in a situation, if some shit was to go down, you don't want to have to reverse your car out and turn around. You back in. So if you got to leave,
you out.
You hop in the car, you pull out. When you sit in the room, you don't sit with your back to the door. You know what I'm saying? Because I got ran up behind my back when I was walking home. So like, I've always want to be like aware of
facing the door, seeing in and out.
Just kind of move different. Even like, I wouldn't consider this a trauma. I don't know. Like, seeing my aunt and my uncle, they were a team. They weren't married, but they were a team. They had a union. And just from me being young, just seeing it all the time, I understood it. It just made sense. Like, if it wasn't necessarily like gender roles, it was kind of like, if I didn't do it, I got you. Like, I'll do it. My aunt forgot to do it. My uncle will do it. And
there
vice
was
versa.
no, oh, why didn't you do this? I told you. Yeah.
So now, as an adult, when, you know, in dating in certain instances, like, I may have certain expectations. Like, damn, like, you might have, you usually probably, like, let me see. I'm trying to use an example. Say for example, as a couple, your girl or your boyfriend might have been the only one to grab the keys and lock the door before y'all leave. He forgot to do it, and since you peeped that, you do it. When I forget to do things, I kind of expect my partner to kind of like pick up the slack.
Yeah.
I don't vocalize it. It may get me upset, like, damn, I really gotta say that. But then I would catch myself and be like, that's an expectation that I had from when I was younger. I can't expect this person, especially if they don't notice that I'm picking up their slack.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not one to be like, yo, you forgot to do this. I did it for you. But if I notice it, I'm not gonna like every time like, yo, you forgot. You know what I'm saying? Like, But if I don't, the one time I forget and I notice that you don't do it, I gotta catch myself sometimes and be like, yo, don't even trip.
Yeah.
If it's not done. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I be feeling
like,
the same way.
Everybody's not thinking the same way as you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm very observant. So like when I see shit, it may make me feel some type of way. And I may not say nothing, but sometimes I may have to sit with it and be like, where did this come from? Like, where did this... But that's exactly where that come from. Like, seeing my aunt and my uncle, like, they were always a team.
But that also came, I'm sure, with years of them just being together and knowing each other's routines.
Yeah.
So it was like...
They never argued, but, oh, when was the last time you did that? Like, it's not about when the last time you did it. Like, it's just about, like, why isn't it done?
Yeah, like, let's just do it now and that's
it. Like, you talking about shit that happened in the past. Like, so what? We never made an agreement like you're the only one that washes dishes or you're the only one that locks the door when we leave. It's just a flow of life. This is just how we've been doing it.
Yeah.
We all make mistakes, you know what I'm saying? Like,
for sure.
But yeah, those
are really great. Actually.
Those are good. You got my wheels. You got my wheels turning. OD.
Really?
Yes. You just help. I just figured out like.
But is that trauma though?
Right?
No, it's not trauma.
Would that be considered trauma though?
I think,
no, not trauma.
Well, that's I mean,
it was just like
trauma, but it affected you deeply.
Right. Yeah. It affected you.
It affected who you are, how you think. I'm talking about all the experiences you spoke about. Because I feel like for me, it's like I'm still trying to figure out how I know more or less some of the traumas or things that I've gone through as a person in my life so far that have affected me, but I'm still trying to connect the dots on how it's affected me. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you got my wheels turning with like a few things. Like, one, for sure, and this is society too that has affected me. That like I grew up, my parents are still married. You know, a thing. Well, we both have that.
Of course.
We both have that, but it's not, honestly, it's not a common thing. Like, it's really not. Like, I feel like we have, like, little to no friends that their parents are still together, their parents are married and stuff like that. So, for me, I felt like I grew up, and I still, to like this day, battle with myself, realizing that it's not, like, all what it seems to be. Like, you know, like, you don't have to stay together. Like, I feel like in my life, I automatically, like, when I get with someone, I be going hard and I be like already like on the wife type
right
of thing.
Me too, girl.
And it's like, yo, you can't, it's not like that, Toni. You can't do that. Like, it's not, you know. And I've changed a lot because of that, but I always find myself, and that's kind of why I realized that I don't have bodies like that, because once I get to that level, first of all, me getting to that level is big. And once I get to that level, in my mind, even though I know I need to make it clear that we're together now, but in my mind, we're together and then
that's it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, but it's because I've seen that. And also with the same thing, seeing my parents is like, they've gone through a lot of stuff. So I have patience for a lot of stuff with who I'm with. Yeah. But it kind of bites me in the ass sometimes, because I do like need to realize that, you know, you don't need to be dealing with a whole bunch of stuff. That. And that goes with everyone in my life.
Right.
That's kind of why, like, I've kind of switched over to that. I don't deal with everything from everyone either, because.
So does that make you stay in relationships for longer than you should have? That kind of thing? Like maybe you should have left relationships sooner than you did?
I think it has previously, yeah, for sure.
But I also think it's a woman thing in general, for the most part. Women just...
Cause
it could be, but not all women are like
not all women.
Yeah,
not all women are like that.
And I don't want to say it's trauma, but it's like you see that your parents stayed together, even if maybe they had fights or whatever, but they always came back together. So you always felt that like maybe it could work out with with you and the person you're with, even though we're having our difficulties now, kind of thing. And it's just we just got to get through this rough patch, and then it'll be fine. And that's what I say. Seeing that from them can cause you to want to stay longer than you should have with someone.
And it's also been like weird for me, like with breaks. I feel like I could have benefited in previous relationships taking a break. Like I needed to realize that there's nothing wrong with that. Like see other people do other things, like and then if it comes back, it comes back. Like so
breaks.
That's one thing.
Yeah, I'm not a break person. She said break, and I was like,
I'm not gonna lie. When you said breaks, my face went. I was just like, oh, not a breaker. Not a breaker. Not a breaker.
What I was gonna say though.
Teach his own though.
Maybe that's part of like they say like the way we are now. Even if we never met like our ancestors, their energy and their traumas and their personalities
comes to us for sure.
So sometimes you're carrying shit that's not even you. It's like from your way past. Like your bloodline from way back in the day. So like maybe that's been a women thing just throughout history, but like that's why I said it's a women thing, because women generally have always stayed and dealt with a lot of bullshit in their relationships. And maybe that's probably just who you are as a person. Like I want to like fight this out. Like I don't want to quit. I don't want to give up. I want to stay here and make it right.
But it's a blessing and a curse, because you don't know when to cut that off. You don't know when to turn that off.
You
just gonna be sitting tough. There going through the storm every time, thinking things is gonna be better.
That's why we always say like relationships really just are what you can tolerate from somebody. If you're willing to deal with it every single day, cool. Because somebody else may not, but that's whatever. Like you'll find your person, and hopefully you'll find your person, and you'll just deal with it. Right. My traumas, I think the main thing is like what you said, putting expectations on other people. But I think also like growing up, whenever I wanted to do something like different or do something on my own, I was always looked at like, why are you doing that? Like you shouldn't do that. Do this instead. From when I was little, like I never felt like I could really be me. Yourself. Like I was always being judged. And so now, like, I feel like I struggle with that. Like, I go back and forth. Like, who am I? What do I really want to do? Is this really what I want to do? Or am I just doing it? Right. Yeah. Like, I'm always second guessing myself and questioning myself. And that's why people are like, that's why you guys are like, oh my God, you guys aren't you mad annoying? Like, you're always hitting us up. You're changing your mind. Monday you wanted this. Tuesday you want that. And it's like, I really am like a walking, like, I don't even know. Not contradiction, but like, I'm just always like, constantly changing my mind.
You are emotionally impulsive.
Maybe. No, that's
emotional. Ooh,
emotionally impulsive.
I am emotionally impulsive.
Very my emotions. Context is everything.
They kind of like they rule me.
You don't want to be a revolving door. Let's scratch that.
No, what is revolving door? What's the phrase? Like, what does that mean?
You go in and out. Things like today, you love black.
I'm fickle.
Love black, but then tomorrow is like fuck black.
Today's white.
Yeah,
tomorrow I like
yeah, for sure. And that shit is annoying. I know it's annoying for the people I have to deal with in my relationships, my friends, my family. Like even my friends, they're like, all right, what now? Like you changed your mind again? Like what now, bitch? Like, and I'm like, damn. Like I don't mean to do it. It's just there.
Yeah, that's why you have to know how to understand someone's personality with that. Cause like I don't even stress that shit.
That's why, like,
I'm about to say, like, if you understand that that's who they are, if someone can understand
me for that, then I'm like, all right, this is my person.
Yeah,
like they get it.
But that's what friends are for, though. Like, your friend understands who you are and they accepted that. If they didn't, they wouldn't be your friend. And if they accepted that shit and they talking shit about you to other people, that ain't your friend either. That's just like you just Like, I don't even know what you are, for real.
But I do need to get it under control.
Well, I was telling you before we recorded, I was telling you a story about a certain kid that at home sometimes he always gets told like, stop doing this, don't do this. But then when he's finally like free at school, he gets super excited and just wants to like express himself so much because he's finally around other kids and he has a little bit more freedom. So it's not like he doesn't do well in school, but he's just super excited to be around other people when he doesn't have that same like discipline where his mom or his family's just yelling at
holding him back.
Kind of keeping him more reserved when he has all the energy in the world. So it's something like that as well.
You just tapped into something too.
What?
That's another trauma of mine too. All right, so I had this trauma. I don't know if y'all ever been through it, but like as a kid, I was just talking about this the other day. Like as a kid, you could be sitting there enjoying a moment. It could have been like a candy bar. It could have been like a game that you just finally got to play. And then here come your mom or your dad. Well, I only hope you know your 5-time tables like that.
Yeah.
Or you could be singing the hell out of a song. You're like, well, I only hope you know your schoolwork like that. And it's just like, I couldn't even enjoy this song right now.
Can I have
like
a moment?
Yeah, like it's like I can't even sit and really like enjoy a moment. Like it just always gets snatched away. Like so now, as an adult, like when I'm really happy, I don't really know how to feel. Like when I got my car, I still don't know how to feel because I'm like, I'm happy about my car really deep and truly inside, but part of me feel like if I was to express that, I would be boasting.
Okay. I know what you mean.
It would be like I'm doing too much. Like why are you doing that? You drawing attention to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
like it's just
I battle with that. Like I don't know how to just really just be happy with some shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like even when, not to go too deep into it, like recently I just came back from vacation. Whole time on vacation, came down with something. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I could have easily just been like, you know what? At least I didn't get sick at work. I had to work. You know what I'm saying? Like, at least I'm able to just be off and rest and be able to recover and all that shit. In that moment, was I thinking about that? No. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I don't know. I don't know how to just truly be happy in a situation.
You know what's the funny thing? Yo, as soon as
I'm always looking for like the
as soon as the cameras came on, the microphones turned on, yo, Denzel has not been sick.
Word, you've had energy. You look
this
the best you've looked
talking.
all day.
I don't even know if you noticed it. You don't even seem like you're sick.
Look great.
Yeah, well,
phenomenal.
I'm not gonna lie, my morning didn't really start too well either. But
you like,
I'm practicing what you say. You leave the shit at the door.
Leave the shit at the door. When we press record, it's a whole different personality.
I don't record. Once I get in here, that shit is out the door.
It's over.
Yeah, I don't bring it here. So
all right. So, but real quick, because we didn't even get to like the other parts of the question I have for this, but it's like, so at what point, okay, so we spoke about traumas and they come up, and maybe our friends also have traumas that they put onto us or our partner if we're in a relationship. So at what point do you decide if you're the problem or if the other person is the problem? Feel me?
When you keep hitting that same wall and you're ending up in the same predicament.
Right.
Okay.
We all been there.
Okay.
Yeah.
That means that lesson, you didn't learn it yet.
Yeah,
you keep doing the same shit, expecting something different.
Again, yep.
Okay.
You're like, damn, I'm here again with a different person. That's when you got to change. Like, all right, it's me now.
It gotta be me.
It's me now.
It has
you know
to
what I'm
be.
saying? Like,
Yeah.
I can't even deny this anymore. And it's sad. It shouldn't have to wait to get to that point.
But sometimes that's just the nature of it. You know?
Yeah.
You gotta keep. The universe is gonna keep. If you don't learn your lesson,
It's gonna keep drilling it into your head
until you
bro.
get it. Until you get it.
Yeah.
And then you move on from it. But yeah, that's a good example.
Do you feel like you need therapy for these things? Any of your things personally, maybe couples therapy if you're in a relationship, or do any of you feel like you need therapy for your own?
I do. I probably do need therapy. Who am I to say that I don't?
I think everyone needs a little bit of therapy.
Yeah.
I had like a weird. I tried recently, and I had this weird experience. But I'm trying to tell myself like maybe it just wasn't a good experience. I don't know. Like she was, sorry.
Give us more.
So basically, I've been like dealing with like some anxiety with different things that have been going on, and I be feeling like I'm in like a box, like I can't breathe, like, and I just don't know what to do, like, and I need to figure out a plan.
Okay.
Because lately it's like I'm stuck and I don't know. Like I just need a plan. I need to. So basically, I spoke to somebody, and honestly, I don't know. I just wanted more from it. Like I wanted more advice. I know they're not necessarily supposed to tell you what to do. Like, okay, Toni, write it down. Like this. Like, okay. But I just felt like I was supposed to get more from it. Like I wanted more.
So what solutions. Did they give you? Like, was it a woman? Was it a man?
It was a woman.
Okay.
It was a woman. An older.
Give us
she was
details.
white.
Okay,
Sorry.
great.
Yeah, ask the right questions because I'm struggling.
So she was white, older, like 40s,
white, older
50s,
lady,
60s.
40s.
Okay, 40s. Okay. Pixie
and just
cut.
the cut. Yeah, pixie cut.
I really want now because I'm trying to envision.
She was super.
Right?
She was super nice. Super warm. Like she would definitely calm me down when I was like, bugging out.
Yeah.
But I just feel like she would just ask certain questions and it would just be like me talking to myself in my head. Like I just feel like we would stop and I'm like, but this is what I was telling myself in my mind. So
yeah.
How, like I don't get it.
So
that's what's supposed to happen.
Yes.
You didn't feel
From what
good.
I've heard, yes.
You didn't feel good releasing anything though?
I felt good releasing, but not anything different from me venting to a friend.
Okay. So basically it's like she let you go into your own conclusions.
Yeah.
That's what therapy is, from what I've heard from people.
Okay. My
therapist, she kind of did the same thing. It felt good to let it out, but it was kind of like, you already know what to do. We all know what to do.
I'm gonna wait till you're done.
No, we all know what to do, but then it's like the therapist is just gonna ask you questions to guide you to what you need to do, but they're not gonna ever tell you what to do.
One big thing I could say, sorry, real quick.
No, you're good.
One big thing that I could say for sure that she did for me out of like, I don't know how many conversations we had, was that she did tell me, okay, these are the two main problems in your life. And once you figure out these two main problems, you're going to see shit starting to flow. So that was a big eye opener for me. But then I feel like after that, I was just like, okay, so... Like now I stopped. Yeah. I honestly stopped.
Yeah.
I just stopped abruptly, and I didn't even like. I have to hit her up because I feel bad, but I just stopped because I'm like, yo, what? Like, I'm having a conversation with myself. Like, what
that's really what it is. They want you to get your own conclusions.
You know what I think it is, and I feel like we said it already throughout this conversation. I think we're just used to being told what to do.
Yeah, probably.
Because, like you said, we know what the fuck to do. We all know
what to do.
We just need the guidance. Being that we were raised, I don't know everybody's background and stuff, but like our parents is always like, hey, don't do that. Hey, move from there so you don't do that. And then now when we get to the age where we could kind of think for ourselves, we become defiant in our parents, and then that causes the tension or whatever. Yep. And then now you're on your own. Now you're like, well, shit, I don't have anybody to be defiant to. I don't have nobody telling me what to do. Now what? You know what I'm saying? Like when you go out on your own and shit, it's just kind of like, you're kind of like, where do I look to for direction?
Yeah.
So I feel like that's just what it is. Like we're just used to being told what to do and being told what's right and what's wrong. We don't want to think for ourselves because we are afraid of how everybody gonna judge us if we, you know what I'm saying? If we put this shirt on with this pants, people's gonna view me as such, you know what I'm saying? Like we need to just really get used to just sitting in just being uncomfortable, just not being sure.
Uncomfortable. That's the thing, because a lot of the decisions that you have to make, even though you know it's the right thing, you know you're gonna be uncomfortable afterward. Nobody wants to be uncomfortable. I'm sorry. It sounds great, because like nothing grows from the comfort zone. So if you're uncomfortable, that means you're growing. You're stepping into the new phase of your life.
Yeah, my mom had to break that down to me one time.
And it's true, but you don't want to hear that shit. Yeah. And you don't want to experience it.
Yeah.
So it's like, that's the hard part, but you know what to do. And she already outlined the two problems, right, that are going on. So it's like, you know what you have to do, but it's just like, damn, do I really want to fucking do this? But
it would have been way better if she said, well, all right, here's your two solutions. I think you should do, this is what you do tomorrow.
But then if it don't work out, you're going to be mad at her.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they don't want that responsibility. Nobody wants that responsibility.
So maybe she was doing her job. But
I definitely was doing her job.
She was doing her job, but I just felt, like you said, it was just probably a bad misconception of mine that she's just gonna tell me like, A, B, C, D, go do this and
what makes it worse, we got voices in our heads telling us like, yo, whoa, don't do that. If you do that, then
all these bad things are gonna happen after.
Exactly. And it's just like, bro, you wouldn't even know what will happen until you actually do it.
Facts. I feel like just one thing to wrap this up. If you do go to therapy, I think people also go to therapy for like a quick fix. Like, all right, this person's going to solve my problems. I'm going to be healed after one session. Right. Like, I'm good. But therapy is like mental exercise. The same way you do physical exercise for your body. You have to really hit the gym and be consistent if you want to see results. And you have to put that work in. Same thing with therapy. Like, yeah, you could go to therapy. But even going to a few sessions, you still have to do the work on your own. That's just a 30-minute or 1 hour session. That's not enough. You got to work on that shit every single day. And it's about like breaking the habits. So if you know you have certain thought patterns, it's breaking those thought patterns and actually applying the new patterns, now the healthier patterns. So it's the same thing, but it's like you have to exercise that. And therapy will give you the strategies to do so, but you got to do that work on your own. For sure. And I think a lot of people don't get that.
One last point. Yeah. Like, I was having a conversation recently, and the question came up as in like, what is the meaning of take it with a grain of salt?
Okay.
And I never actually thought about that, and then I sat down and I'm like, because shit is not always sweet, so you have to take things with a grain of salt.
That's how you see that?
Yeah.
I feel like you're going back to what you just explained to us about how you can't enjoy.
Yeah, that sounds like that.
See?
Your response is really related to
but look, hear me out.
But continue, sorry, I didn't mean to.
Shit is not that statement, that saying, I feel like that's just that's what I take from it. Shit is not always sweet. So you gotta take things with a grain of salt. You know what I'm saying? Like, and things in life, what you really want in life, you gotta put energy to it. You can't like just put seeds in the ground and just be like, all right, any day now. You know what I'm saying? You gotta put water to it. Right. You gotta put bitch in the sun. You need patience. All that stuff. Like, even like things is not gonna just come easy. So take it with a grain of salt. Take a grain of salt with you while you at it.
See, I hear that phrase and I just think of like, consider the person telling you some shit. So like let's say you had terrible relationships, but you're giving me relationship advice. I'm gonna take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
But I never really stopped to think about what that actually meant. It was just like, don't trust it.
Yeah.
Like, don't trust it too much. Kind of like do your own thing. Or,
wow, I have a different whole thing.
You have a different thing?
I was gonna say too much salt is not good for you. That's how you get high blood pressure.
What were you gonna say?
How do I think?
I should have asked this at the beginning.
You should have. No, but it's a good wrap up.
No, for me, I feel like if someone tells me something about, I don't know, any subject, that's only one point of view. So that's their little grain of salt.
Yeah.
That's how I see it.
Oh, that's how you see it.
Yeah, like you're telling me something about, I don't know what subject, I can't think of anything right now, but like that's your opinion. There's so many more grains of salt. Like there's your opinion, my opinion, her opinion. Yeah. So take it, understand it, but there's more.
Yeah.
We should look up. Well, maybe, I don't know. We don't have time to do this right now.
Because it's like, it's more so you're saying like, yo, things is not like, somebody may be warning you about somebody like, hey, this person, they're going to be working here now, and I worked with them before, and they're this way. And it's just like, bro, they're only warning you based off of that one situation that they had with that person. You may not even know this person, but you know.
Oh, okay.
I see some. Did you see? Okay, read yours.
Okay, to take something with a grain of salt or pinch of salt is an English. Okay, we don't gotta say all that. Specifically claims that suggests to view something, that something must be misleading or unverified with skepticism.
Okay.
So
that's kind of like how I see it. But there's another one that says the idea comes from the fact that food is more easily swallowed if taken with a small amount of salt.
All right.
So these are all weird, but I think I think it's something with skepticism. Basically, like in your case, it's like things can't always be good. I'm a little skeptical right now. They got to be some bad. They got to be some salt. I see it like I don't really trust what the fuck this person is saying, so I'm gonna take it with a grain of salt. Like whatever.
It's the same thing. You see it,
skeptic, right? It's all skepticism. So it's like not trusting everything and kind of like
and one is saying that you're not trusting, and the other one is saying like, yo, life is not always like you're not. Even if you you may have an idea of this perfect day. Mm-hmm. You're gonna get a flat tire that day. Mm-hmm. Something's gonna happen. Take it. That's the grain of salt right there. Everything else is the sweet shit, but that one flat tire, that's your grain of salt. Take it.
Okay. Take it. Just like that. All right.
My job.
Yeah. All right, wait. So let's just end this. Any takeaways from this episode? Anything that you're gonna leave home with and be like, yo, I'm forever changed because of this podcast episode?
I'm gonna pay more attention to my traumas.
Yes, I was gonna say the same
that
thing.
Conversation really brought up. There's a lot of shit I ain't even say.
My wheels are still turning from that convo. Like, I gotta figure out. That may be why, like, I'm hitting walls in certain places. Like, why am I so? I'm kind of like convinced. I kind of convinced myself subconsciously that this is the age we're at. And like, this is like the part of life that I'm at. Like, I did my career, I have my kids, so now I feel like I'm in a box, but not really. I have like opportunities ahead of me, but I don't know what to do with them. So I kind of I feel like that's what our like about to be 30s are for.
Yeah,
figuring out more shit,
unlearning the old shit and putting the new ones into motion.
I kind of think it's our age, but
Cracking
I'm
the
also
code.
like, maybe I need to figure out what the fuck is holding me back from.
And that might be your traumas.
Yeah, it could be.
Those traumas may answer a lot of questions. You're like, yo, why the hell I can't walk straight? Well,
you got hit by something.
Yeah, I don't know, like
metaphors on the fly. I feel you. Yeah, so that was a great episode. I think we're good, guys. We're all done. Bye.
What's that, 45?
45.
I remember like 2 topics if y'all want to go.
Nah. Bye. We out of here.